Gamerheads Podcast is part of the Little Fellow Media Podcast Network, sponsored by podcast host Budsprout, the easiest podcasting software for hosting, promoting, and tracking your podcast. And welcome to another edition of Gamerheads Reviews. Today I'm joined by Mike. Welcome, Mike.
Hello. How are you today?
I'm tired, but yeah, I'm good. It's really early on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's really early for me too. I almost feel like I'm the undead.
Oh. Oh, that kind of plays into what we're reviewing today.
Yes, it does. Hence the terrible joke.
Zombie Driver Immortal Edition. For we reviewed the Nintendo Switch version, but it's out for other systems too, right?
Yes, actually, and it's been out for other systems for a while. The game actually originally came out in 2009 on the PC.
And you played both the Switch version and the old versions, right? Is that right?
I played the Switch version and I played the Xbox 360 version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, the good news is they're pretty much the same. You know, it's what worked in the 360 version also worked in the Switch version. Unfortunately, some of the stuff that didn't work also came across with the new version as well. But I'll get into that.
Okay. So this is part of the port everything to Switch kind of movement right now, isn't it? Because I mean, this is an older game, yeah. So
yeah, if it's portable, go ahead and do it. Bring it to the Switch.
So yeah, let's talk about the game. So just give it a little highlight. What is this game about?
All right. So what the game is about. So let me use this to start the game. In a world. That's how. That's how all these games start.
Yeah.
In a world where this takes place in a city. There's a lab accident, a laboratory accident, which of course causes all sorts of chaos and a zombie apocalypse. So
that's how all those work. Isn't that how they all start, with a lab experiment that goes awry?
A lot of them start with the lab experiment, but
yeah.
I will say the original, if you're talking about the original zombie, as we know today with Night of the Living Dead, that was actually caused by a comet or a meteor.
Oh.
That got close to the Earth, and I guess the radioactive fallout from it caused the zombies.
Oh, okay.
But still, it's still chemical reactions.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
So there's a lab spill. The zombies, the Walking Dead, get up, and they start killing people, and those people turn into zombies. It's your typical zombie origin story. You play the role of a survivor, of course, and you happen to be very adept at driving. So what does the army do? They employ you as their own personal gopher.
Oh.
Yeah, so you hop behind the wheel of various vehicles, and the army sends you out on missions to rescue civilians and bring them back to the military base.
That's crazy. So it's like a Crazy Taxi meets zombies, is that right?
That's actually one of my notes here. Yeah,
oh,
so
really?
It's a mixture of Grand Theft Auto old school, top down, and Crazy Taxi.
That's funny. And how does it play on the Switch? I mean, does it run pretty well? Does it feel good on the Switch?
Yeah, well, yeah, especially in portable mode, it feels it feels like it works. The screen captures everything. I'm not finding any stuttering, no slowdown. It actually works very well on the handheld.
Nice. All right, so yeah, let's get into then the gameplay itself. So,
sure.
We'll start with the things that the tip in the top, I guess. What worked with this game?
So the things that work, you play in different vehicles. So you can get a taxi, a limo, school bus, a police car. There's even this Batmobile type vehicle. So one of the fun things is you can choose whatever vehicle you want, but you need to be smart about it. Like, for example, if you have a mission where you want to rescue a lot of people, you want to take the bus. The only problem with the bus, it's ridiculously slow, and it has a health bar. So, a lot of zombies come rushing you. you're gonna have a difficult time because of those slow movements of the bus. So it's not like all the vehicles don't feel the same.
Okay.
The game is very satisfying. There's different weapons you can equip the vehicles with. There's a flamethrower, a machine gun, there's a missile launcher, and even a laser. And they're all just like in real life. And and they're all upgradable. You could also upgrade your vehicle too. So there's a pretty deep mechanic in there to keep you coming back, and you earn money for the upgrades through completing your missions, doing side missions, finding cash laid about in your map as well. So essentially, with Zombie Driver Immortal Edition, your responsibilities are to go to a spot, rescue the people, take them back to the army base, while at the same time mowing down hordes of the undead. It's satisfying to play, almost gruesomely, because there are tons of zombies, and there are a lot. That's why it's very important to get those weapons, because if you're like, oh, I'll just drive through these, that's not going to happen. Those are going to slow you down like crazy. So there's these different weapons that are strewn about the map. You collect them, you shoot that. They have a finite amount of ammo. So once you run out of that ammo, that's it. You need to find another weapon.
And so who's upgrading this stuff for you? Is it the army that's upgrading this stuff for you? I mean, obviously, as just a driver, you shouldn't know this stuff, right?
Yeah. After you complete each mission, the army will update your vehicle, but you have to pay for it.
What?
Yeah. Even though it's a zombie apocalypse, there's cash is still king.
Yeah. I mean, they have to make their money some way, I guess, huh?
Yep. I mean, it's just. I mean, I get it. It's a mechanic to upgrade your vehicle.
Yeah, but it's just it doesn't play into the narrative very well.
Right, but it's still. Otherwise, if it didn't, then you could just fully max out your vehicle.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
All right. So, well, but that makes sense, right? Though, too, in a way. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the things that work. What are some of the things, the flip and the flop? What are some of the things that don't work in this game?
Yeah, sure. So, flip of the flop. So some of the missions are pretty much the same. There is some variety. Like there's some where you have to deliver a zombie repellent machine and protect it until it starts. So that does offer some variety. There's boss battles in the game, and these bosses are like really, really like gross. The designs are pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But most of the game is just chauffeur missions.
Okay.
One of the other concerns is that sometimes you'll run out of weapons or you'll get low on health, and then you have to leave the current mission you're on and drive around the map until you can find a weapon or a health.
Oh, jeez.
So that does take away a little bit from the task at hand.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also resource management. So if you're into that kind of thing, it really increases the intensity. But at the same time, I'm taking myself away from something I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Just to get a weapon so that I can continue the mission.
Yeah.
So, there's also no checkpoints during missions, and some missions only take about 5 minutes or so, which isn't a problem. But there's some that took me up to like 25 minutes to beat.
Oh my gosh!
And then having to start that over.
That sucks.
It was frustrating. I'm like, oh, I gotta do this again, because the game does get pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like later on in the game, it gets challenging, especially the final mission and the final boss is really, really frustrating. I'm not saying it's cheap, but it's definitely a challenge.
Wow.
But I will say I did feel pretty proud after I was able to beat it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's definitely you're going to be gripping that controller and saying a few choice words at your screen. So,
how long is the campaign? How long does it take?
It depends on how much you want to upgrade. The campaign itself, you could probably get through in about 7-8 hours, maybe 10.
Okay.
But the good thing is, after you're done with that, there's some side games. There's Slaughter, which is a survival mode. So you take out waves of zombies, you upgrade your vehicle, move on to the next wave. one of the other things I wanted to point out is really cool. It's a side mode called Blood Race.
Oh.
And it's essentially, that's what it says it is. You're racing. So you're racing
On
against...
blood?
Yes, you're racing on blood, yeah. You're racing against computer-controlled vehicles.
Okay.
And you can pick up weapons and take them out.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
The best thing for me to compare this to is like a hyper-violent RC Pro-Am.
Oh, nice. That sounds fun.
Yes.
That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. It's definitely also, it takes you away. It's definitely a change of pace.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Is that something that you have to unlock after you beat the missions, or after you beat the story mode, or is that available to you right away?
No, you could jump right into it from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So one of the other concerns I had, it's $15.
Okay.
For a 10-year-old game.
Yeah.
When I got the 360 version, it was $10 or 800 points or whatever when it came out.
Oh, really?
So I know people say Switch tax,
Yeah.
But you can get it at a discount right now if you're an early adopter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's the dollar amount it might be a little much for a game that's 10 years old.
Yeah.
But for the amount of gameplay that you're getting out of it, and how much time you could put into it with the additional modes and everything like that. If you're a big fan of zombies, and if you're a big fan of Crazy Taxi and GTA, I don't think you'll be disappointed with that purchase.
Nice. So what was your final grade on this one?
So my final grade was I gave it a B.
Okay.
It works. The game works. I mean, it's like I said, it's GTA meets Crazy Taxi meets Army of Darkness, and it doesn't have a very deep narrative. It's definitely an arcade style game. It runs smooth. It's good in short bursts, but there are a few things that concern me. Like I said before, with the checkpoints and the kind of samey variety of a lot of these missions.
Sure.
But all in all, it like I said, it works. There's no major bugs. So I think, I feel comfortable giving it a B.
Nice. So that's Zombie Driver Immortal Edition on the Nintendo Switch. All right. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for joining me.
No problem.
Catch new episodes of Gamerheads Podcast every Sunday on Buzzsprout, Google Play, or iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts. Check out our website at gamerheadspodcast.com.